What up, people? It's your girl Gina repping the Bay. What it do? So, we got. I thought I saw Fernando, aka 49ers throwback comment in the YouTube chat earlier, but we got Miss Danielle, original Patreon member. What's up, Miss Danielle? Um, we're going to have people joining us or co-hosts joining us shortly, but thank you, sis, for joining in. So as you could tell from the title, Snowy Night Under the Lights. Well, let me just tell you, I mean, the last few shows have, been mainly 49er focused. And you already know that this channel, we talk more than 49ers. We talk other teams, we talk other sports. Yes, of course. You already know what it is because I'm not colored, as you can see, and they're on colored people time. I'm Italian and Native American, but they're on colored people time, as Danielle pointed out. So she can say that. She can say that, not me. But it is what it is. So anyway, I have no qualms getting it started by myself. But yeah, the whole you know what? I am late regardless because I was born late. Okay. I was supposed to be born in August and I came September 7th. And then I should have been born September 6th. And then I came after midnight on the 7th. So my mom was like, "Get this damn baby out of me. Hurry up." And I was just like, "Wait, hold on. I'm coming." But anyway, right here. Yeah. So that's me, Gina, always late. And I try not to be late for doctor's appointments though. But occasionally I am. Occasionally, like 5 minutes. But yeah, so the last two shows prior, one was called Is It Time to Panic? The other show was called Who Shot Ya? Because we're shooting ourselves in the foot right now. This one, I mean, season's kind of over, isn't it? Um, great comeback. That hella was a Bay Area response. Thanks for hitting that like button. What's up, Meech? We got Meech in the house. What up? If you guys aren't already subscribed, one of our co-hosts is Dennis, aka Unk. He has a podcast called, God, I hate this ring light. It keeps changing colors up on me. It's turning me from yellow to green. We have another podcast in the family called The Regal Eagle. If I know you're not Eagles fans, but for those out there who may or may not want to listen in on and get some intel on the rivals, you might want to check out the Regal Eagle podcast on YouTube. And one of their co-hosts is right here, Demetrius Harrell, aka Meech. So I was on their show like when it very first started. I was a guest. And yeah, so Unk, one of our co-host, is that's his channel, and you got to check out their show because it is fun. If you like our show, you're gonna love their show too. So you know how we all get down. But yeah, let's talk about, pretty soon Jordan will be here, Rod will be here, Dan may be coming in too. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Here is Rod. I was just saying Rod's gonna be showing up any minute now.
Man,
There he is.
what up, everybody? Shout out to all y'all in there. What up?
What up? Hey, Christian. Welcome, Christian. What up? I was saying hi to Meech, and Meech says, we accept fans from all teams. We show love to everybody. Thank you so much.
Hey
Thank you
man,
so
shout out
much.
to Meech because Meech was sitting up there. He happy that we down right now this year. I ain't even mad at him. them Eagles is doing what they're supposed to do right now. No hate
Pretty
coming
much.
from me. No hate coming from me. Hey, just
Yeah.
know how it happened. You know, last time we played, y'all. We'll just leave it at that.
Shout out Shell in the chat. She says like and subscribe. Please do. We're at
What up, Kel? What up,
465.
Danielle? What up, everybody? Christian.
465 subscribers, guys.
What up,
We're
everybody?
trying to get to 500. In fact, make that 1,000. We'd love to get 1,000. Tara Dawn, we missed you. Oh, yes. And sorry to hear about
What up,
Trent
OG?
Williams' son, newborn son. Fucking tragedies going on in San Francisco on the roster. Like, what is going on? Travesty. We'll get to that too.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, go ahead, Rob, if you want to say something.
No. You said we'll get to it, so I'll save it for them.
Yeah, well, I'm just like saying what's up to everybody in the chat because I'm like,
what up, OG? What up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, Terradome? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Trying to get back on my feet. Been sick, but yeah, I feel way better than I was feeling. Boy, it was bad last week, but we good now. We straight. What up?
Yeah. I think, Christian, if I'm not wrong, someone posted in our chat, it was the third player who lost from the Niners, right, Rod? Wasn't it the third player?
Well, remember the first one was Marquise Goodwin. He lost his son. He lost his son. Then we had Travarius lost his earlier in the season. His daughter earlier in the season. Now Trent. So
yeah,
it's an unfortunate situation. Shot, to the whole family, all of them, man. That's huge. And my thing is, you just never know what's going on behind closed doors. That's why I don't bring up injuries. I never use injuries as an excuse because you just never know what the problem actually are with people. So it's a sad situation. It's all bad. But let's not get it twisted. Season was fucked anyway. But it is what it is right now. But real talk, as far as the people and everything, you hate to hear somebody losing their children. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of all that type of stuff. Just hate to see that. What up, Papa J?
Hey, Jimmy.
You just hate to hear about all that type of stuff. What up, Jimmy? All those people, man. Hey, give. That's why I didn't. I think I tweeted it yesterday, and I was like, Mooney Ward. I was like, he's not even in Buffalo, man. It's hard for me to have.
You're right, like mentally.
Hold people like to hold people to that, especially this time of the year. It's like it's unfortunate. So those type of people, in my opinion, they get a pass. It's difficult to tell somebody to go out there and earn their check after losing, somebody that's significant in their life. And how you tell somebody to go out there and do their job with that type of, situation going on. So, hey, to me, they get a pass from me, man. I really have compassion when it comes to stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
What up, Steve? Hey, shout out Steve. He part of the, dark side, Niner side. You know what I mean?
Sure is.
Steve over there. Hey, Steve, it's wild, ain't it, man? The streets hey, you see them old tree branches rolling down, them, all that type of stuff, man. It's like the Wild Wild West when you come over there to the dark side, man. You can't be wrong. You got to go with the masses of how everybody feels instead of you having your own opinion. So it is what it is. But William family, my condolences. Ward family, my condolences, and other people within the community of the National Football League, especially with this type of the year. Salute to my little bro Jordan, pulling up right now.
So Jordan,
what's up?
Just it's tough to hear and tell people. I heard stories. Oh well, he was there on the plane last week. Why wasn't he in there for the game this week? And then the information comes out like this. It's like you just never know. That's why I didn't say anything about him yesterday. I'm just like, you just never know, you know. So when people
Yeah.
go down with injuries, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, man. That's why I don't use it as an excuse because it's like it's part of the game. It is
People
what
are
it is.
humans, you know? Like, even with the Warriors, when so many Warriors fans were like, what the fuck is Andrew Wiggins? You know, get on the court. His fucking father was dying of cancer, man, you know? And then now his father died over the summer and, you know, or whatever. And it's like, now he's balling out, you know? It's like, fuck, dude. People are human.
People never know. It's difficult when you hear other people tell people what to do when they've never been in that type of scenario. Like everybody always has solutions and answers until that scenario hits them. Then all of a sudden it's, oh well, they should have. Oh well, you should. It's like
Yeah.
y'all. Everybody got an answer until it hits home, and
Right.
that be the thing. It's just it's no compassion. A lot of
Yeah.
folks sit in their mama's basements, you know, and they underwear. If they wear some with their skid marks,
Oh, I'm missing someone in Denton and us.
yeah, you know, it's sad like that, man. That, you know, no woman to call,
Yeah.
or no men to look at. You know, it is what it is. Stank coochies, all that. But anyway, carry on.
You're hilarious right now. You see, I put visuals in my head. That's the funny part.
Hey, I just be keeping it real, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's like the saying, you never know what someone's going through.
Nope.
Like, I see someone, you know, walking down the street and I'm like, damn, they're probably a bitch. And then it's like, they're probably going through the worst day of their life. You know, you don't know. So that's why, like, after all the hard things I've been through in my life, I don't think like that anymore. You know, I used to think like that, but I don't. I used to be afraid of my own shadow. You know, I used to be scared. I used to, you know, ride the bus and be all like, I'm scared, you know. Now I walk around like I'm mad because I don't want people to, like, you know, like attack me or anything like that. I walk around pissed and people are like, shit, I'm not going to bother her, you know? So, yep.
You gotta do
You never
whatever.
know what someone's going through.
You gotta do whatever works for you.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do whatever works
Protect
for
yourself.
you. If that's the way it works for you, cool. Who am I to tell you how to do and live your life, man?
That's right. Hey, what up?
What up? What up?
Big Trap Young. Yeah, all these non-football playing motherfuckers. I don't want to hear your sugar, honey, iced tea reference. Drafting offensive lineman. Oh. I love it when
Hey.
I love it when a fan from another team brings up things about Kyle, because it's just a fresh perspective, you know. And
what's
and
fresh about it when we've been saying that?
Because we've been saying it, and we're called, you know, fucking like, oh, who do you want, Chip Kelly? You know, oh, if you're gonna fire him, you know, he's gonna get picked up so quickly. You know, it's like, we're not just saying it now. People from other teams are saying, you know, fans of other teams are saying it.
My question is always this question after they ask that. So who do you want?
Yeah,
do it matter right there at this point? Do it really matter? Anybody right now will work. You know that Kyle Shanahan will get picked up probably within the first hour. Oh, okay.
He probably will.
Yeah. What would be the point behind that? Like, that's not proving anything to me because he got picked up. So what? Like, it happens. And then when they bring up this, you know, he's like Andy Reid and everything, and I'm like, all right, man, all right. Andy Reid was winning, but I get it. This guy's, you know, had 4 winning seasons, but hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is. In 8 years, you only have 4 winning seasons. Y'all do the math, but he's the greatest.
All right, told you I have nothing to say about Kyle Shanahan.
You know what, Jordan? Can I ask this though? Can I ask this? Why is it that you are ridiculed, or you have to be just so wrong for seeing something not work? Why do you have to be wrong about it?
I feel like because not even just, I'm taking it even outside of just the 49ers, for example, because nowadays in society, either you have to, it works this way, or you have to see it a completely different way. There's no gray area. There's no middle. That's now all of a sudden, that's not a thing. It's almost like society has become a basketball game nowadays, where you can only take twos, you can only take, layups, and you can only take threes. No such thing as a mid-range. It's all gone. It's one or the other. Because the thing is, I think y'all have been on this for a while too. Obviously, like I said, I could go on and on, whatever, about what I think about Kyle. But the thing is, it's like where y'all are coming from for a lot of this, or at least for a lot of this time, has just been like, look, dude's got to change, right? And you're 100% right. Where I've been coming from this the whole time has been, okay, I see certain problems. These are certain problems that I saw when he was our OC. And everyone had to say, well, if he was the OC, he wasn't the head coach. Well, why is it that some of the problems that people are still complaining about now when he is the head coach are the same exact problems that I was talking about when he was the OC?
Facts.
So that's just where I'm coming from all of this. And so now, even, at the point that's like, look, I know people say, hey, they think he should be fired, shouldn't be fired. I've just been at the point this whole time. He's not getting fired. I know that.
No, and that's the thing. I'm with you. We know he's not getting fired.
Right.
I'm just speaking on my own point. Bro, he should have been fired. These are fireable offenses that have happened. Yeah, and people just sweep that up under the rug because you had Brock Purdy come in, and he made certain things look good for a while. And this is a question now that I'm starting to ask people. After 2 seasons of Kyle Shanahan and somebody being under, after 2 seasons, can y'all name me what quarterback has gotten better under Kyle's regime after 2 seasons? I just asked that one. That now just made me think. I'm like, after 2 seasons,
you're gonna get the injury answer for that.
Why is that?
I'm just telling you.
No. I'm not literally asking you, but I'm to add to your question. Why is that? Why? Why is it always an excuse behind what's the actual fact? It can't keep. After how many houses, it can't keep being. You know what? No. Come on, man. You can't keep making excuses for stuff that's just actual facts. Every third season.
I just feel like this is why, to your point, it's so interesting of where the team is right now, because obviously, hey, there is a big decision that y'all got to make about a quarterback here soon. Now, I can already see how this is going to happen. It's just the same way that I talked about how Brandon Ayuk's negotiations were going to go. This is how it's going to happen for Brock Purdy, right? Remember, Jed York, you already said it. Oh, we are going to break the market. We are going to reset the market for Brock Purdy. Now, look, I think, and this is not me saying that Brock Purdy isn't good or anything like that, right? Because remember, I was saying after the Rams game when everybody was hurt, and I think it was just Juwan Jennings when he had it, I said, you know what? Yep, Brock, you showed it. But then since then, he hadn't been that same dude. And that's when Debo has been there, or Kittle's been there, right? Some other of those weapons have been there.
Hey, man, look, check this out. I'm not calling him Debo no more. He is Tyshawn Samuel. I'm not calling that man Debo, man. He didn't got his chain snatched too many times this year. Not calling that man Debo. He is Tyshawn Samuel. Sorry, cut you off. I apologize.
And are we to fully blame him though?
Who?
Debo.
Yes and no.
Blame him?
Yes,
I'm
and no.
still
okay, in
blaming
what aspect?
Shanahan and his
I mean,
fucking play calling.
Two things can be true.
Right, exactly.
You can blame blame both of them, right? In terms
Yeah,
of
I'm
where the certain
blaming both of them.
situations with like what Debo's best at. Why don't you put him in some of those situations? But also, it's Debo. If you're supposed to be this guy that's paid, you're the tone setter 2022 for the team. Where is that Debo? Right? It's
Because
almost
he
like
has fallen short. I will say Debo has not pulled his weight and has fallen
Sure.
short. I will say that.
And
But-
I wouldn't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Right. But I would say at
Right.
the same time, it's okay. Well, when those times where it's, hey, receiver Debo is not working.
Yeah.
What are the things that you can do to still get that explosion? Because he has it. You've seen it on kick returns.
Right.
So it's like, hey, we need to get him going, right? It's almost like
he hasn't
you get a
been
good
set up for
basketball player.
success. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have a good
Right.
basketball player, you got to get him that layup, right? Find a way to get him to the free throw line, see the ball go in, and then you figure it out from there. So where are those screens? Where some of those other easy, just hey, get him in space, get him going. I haven't seen a lot
Like
of
the
those.
Timberwolves with Andrew Wiggins. He comes to Golden State, gets a championship.
But it's also like again, you put him in spots that will make it work for him.
Right.
Right. So, but again, my thing is just with Debo is just like, and Roger's gonna correct me, but again, like I said, it's all right, cool. If obviously down the field he's not getting open, not getting separation, which again, that's not gonna be a first thing in the world for him. Play to his strengths and what actually made him that kind of guy. Oh, not the skirt. Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Right when I see Debo on the fucking TV on the commercial, I'm dying, Meech. Oh shit. That was funny. Rod, your mic's off. I was like, why is it so quiet?
No, still don't hear you.
Nope. You're right, Jimmy. He don't know how to manage the time. Yep.
But like I was gonna say, for example, the youth check fumble in the game, right? On Sunday night.
Danielle.
This is what I mean. I can't blame Kyle Shanahan for Kyle Juszczyk fumbling.
Hey, Dennis is coming.
That's on Kyle Juszczyk, right? But at the same time, I
There
would
you go.
say in the game where it is freezing cold, snowing, ball's going to be wet, someone who usually doesn't touch him, that's not what I'm going to call a play for him.
Mhm.
I wouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, two things could be true.
And Danielle
man.
did post some questions too.
The man wore Tyshawn wore a halter top hoodie. Hey man, a lot of questions out there, man. That I don't know, man. And my thing is, he's the highest paid punt or kick returner in the league. He's a $30 million kick returner. You can't cut him next year. The only way, and we can't, because that cap hit is going to be crazy. So if we can't get him and we can't use him for a trade, then what? Like, it's a whole bunch of questions involved with the situation. Now, I'll say this, and Terradome, you might get mad, but this is the question I have. And there are a lot of teams that have injuries. Hell, I just heard the Lions had like 16, 17 injuries.
Well, they had
They
to play
still
like 3
putting
games
up
in 3
numbers.
days.
They still putting up numbers, man.
Mhm.
They lost they defensive end for the year, Hutchinson, at the
Mhm.
beginning of the year, early. It's been a lot that's went on, and they still kept it rolling. They still kept it moving. Like, my thing of leader of men, I think Dan Campbell is one of the top guys, along with Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? Those type of guys that know how to get their guys to execute and to know that they're good guys. when your coach comes out and just says, "Hey, dog, we suck." I mean, he didn't say them actual words, but we're not
Yeah.
as good as
We're
past
not as good
years.
as the last. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you come out flat out say that, you may think that all you want internally. You never come out publicly and say that. You just not with the guys that they have, not with the Cabo clique, and you got arguably one of the best tight ends in the game. You get in one pass and then you never look for him again. Like, this is why when it comes to fantasy and stuff like that, when it comes to picking receivers or if it's not now McCaffrey out for the season, you can't pick a bona fide receiver in Kyle Shanahan's offense because you'll never see it each and every year.
Right.
There is no automatic one.
No
We had a couple
consistency.
years. Juwan Jennings, one game. You got Debo another game. You may get Ayuk when healthy. Another game. We got our first round pick. I mean, granted, he was shot at the beginning of the year. The man done played, 4 games?
63 routes run in the last 3 games. Is that the PFF stat, I think?
Bruh, the man's got three targets, no catches. First round pick? I just don't. It's just not making sense. It's not making sense. I don't know what Brock is seeing out there. I've seen tape. I've seen people's different perspectives of what they say, of what Brock is looking at. My eyes tell me I just don't think that I think the pressure has gotten to Brock this season to a point that if you give this man even that much more money, I don't know if he's ready mentally to the fullest to handle that. And this year is kind of showing certain things. I mean, since the Super Bowl, again, I asked, what's made him better? You got a better right guard, didn't he? Pooney's in there. He's better than Burford, and arguably everybody else is the same. Outside of Trent not being there, Trent was hurt last year, 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we can keep ruffling and using certain excuses, but things are what they are. Now we're using certain weather games. Facts are facts. Brock just can't do it in certain games.
Yeah.
I saw Jameis play in snow for the first time in his life against Pittsburgh on a Thursday night, and it looked better than what I've seen from Brock.
That's just facts. Like Brock last year against, I think the Packers, first 3 quarters, I just knew we was about to lose that game. He came through in the 4th.
Yeah.
Some way miraculously, and I think it stopped raining at that time in the 4th. He made that, he pulled that game out. It was like, wow, I think this is over with. And then we got yesterday. He just got just straight fumbles off of non-contacts.
Yeah.
Like that right there is alarming. Like y'all can use every metric you want, but when you fumbling when nobody touches you, like I understand people when they say prisoner of the moment. I definitely think Brock is very good play. He's a very good quarterback. Franchise? Like we got to think about that.
Open your mouth, Jay York.
And that's the thing. Like that's the part that you have to be real about certain stuff. You just got to be real. Like franchise. This is what we're about to put our money into. This was supposed to be the year. Oh, if he didn't have these weapons, and how would he look? Well, we're getting it now.
I think he had one game early in the year where he proved that he didn't need all the weapons.
That's what
and
I was saying.
That was it.
The Rams
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
great.
At that time, the Rams had the worst defense in the league. Now, we played the Bills last night, granted, since snow, but they were the 3rd worst in the league. Nobody wants to hear those excuses, though.
Arizona.
At the end of the day, What up?
What up?
What up, Unc? At the
What's
end
going on,
of the
people?
day,
What's up with y'all,
AKA
man? How y'all doing?
Punk, what's up?
What's up,
you got
George, big
Jalen Hurts
fella, what's
playing
up?
in the. You got Jalen Hurts playing in the cold, getting the job done.
Hey, Steve-O. What's up, Steve-O?
At one time, people were saying Purdy, for whatever reason, was better than Josh Allen.
Who?
Oh, I know who.
Chris, what's up?
I know
That's all I'm gonna say. It's just certain things you say,
who.
and then when they went head to head in the game, he played in the same, he played in the same weather. He threw the same football, arguably. Like he didn't have his number one receiver.
Look, I love Brock. I'm still going to stand behind Brock until I see some changes out of Shanahan.
Absolutely.
But for right now, we don't even have a team. We have
You don't know what you
nothing.
have. What's that? What's this team's identity?
Mm.
We don't even know because we don't have a defense. We don't have any running backs.
Well, let me stop you real quick.
We don't have an O line.
Because Brian Baldinger got asked that same question on the morning roast, and this was like what, week 4, week 5. So no, it was still a lot of other bodies that were still there, right? And even then, he said they look slow. That's early in the year. Even then, he's like they look slow. So that's not even just a now problem. That's been brewing.
Yeah.
Like I'm all for the team versus I am. Wise got me off that a long time ago. Pause. When you should be about the team on the front and not the name on the back.
Yeah.
And that right there kind of let me know then, like, that is true. Yeah, we can have our, certain players that we love. We get all that. That's just naturally instincts. You're gonna like certain people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your actual team, you got to be real all the way across the board
Mm-hmm.
and be objective to everything.
So let me ask Niner Nation a question. Outside of Kyle Shanahan,
Empire. Niner Empire.
We don't give a fuck what it is right now. Don't get mad. Whatever. These Niner fantasies right now. Whatever.
Okay, so looking at the Niners as a whole, as a team concept, outside of Kyle, what's the issue as far as winning? Like, why aren't you? Again, let's leave Kyle out of it, because obviously I know he's the head coach and all that, but there is either an identity loss, there was a player confusion, there's something going on within that organization that's preventing y'all from winning. What would
Special teams is a fucking huge problem and has been for the past few seasons.
Hey, that graphic they had during the game last night was brutal.
What graphic?
The one they're showing like 49ers special team miscues, and it was like they showed a page of it. They went to another page to keep it going of the list of special teams blunders.
Hey, after they took that graphic, was that when old boy ran it back on us? And then they called him back?
I forget when it was. I just remember seeing it.
Because I was like, man.
See, Danielle don't listen. She's dumb. And I just said outside of Cal. I just said that, Danielle. You know, see, that's your hard head make a soft ass.
Are you talking about the one where it kept saying like miss field goal and then this and then miss field goal and then that? Are you talking about that, George?
Hey, you know what?
Like
to answer your question, though,
like fumbles on kick returns.
Yeah,
that one.
I saw that one.
To answer your question, though, there's nothing you can pinpoint. It's literally the dam has broken open. The dam is just it's a flood going through. The levee is gone. It's everything. You can't pinpoint one thing. We have no running backup, the starter, the backup, both of them gone. Both of them on IR now. You got your top receiver done for the year. His backup or our number 2 receiver is, going out for best dress at a drag queen contest when playing football.
For hot second, that joke was part of the community.
Man, hey, that rainbow community will accept him.
Hey, let me ask you guys a quick question.
Samuel is definitely dressing like he loves to be in Atlanta.
Real spicy.
Right there at which park I'm talking about. You know which park I'm talking about.
Let me ask you guys a question. Though. So I don't know if I read this because this isn't an original thought. I read this somewhere or I heard it on YouTube. But is this like when the Eagles had the hangover, the Super Bowl hangover the following year and everything was fucking falling apart?
No, because they still had a better record than us the year after they didn't make it to the playoffs.
But also, even when they were winning games,
my point. No,
the holes were. You saw what they were.
Yeah,
and I think that another reason to an extent why it's different. Okay, their coordinators right after they went Super Bowl, Shane Steichen gets hired head coach for the Indianapolis Colts, and then everyone had everything to say about the D coordinator. I was like, oh no, he wasn't even that good anyway, but he got hired by the Cardinals. So you're kind of starting all over from there. Now they made some terrible decisions in terms of who they brought in next, but guess what? That was a big part of it, right? But guess how they figured it out? All right, I'm going to go get Vic Fangio, right? And obviously I know a lot about Vic Fangio just because this time in the Bay, he actually was at Stanford for a year. Yeah, it was like, okay, they're going to figure this out. On defense, it's going to get figured out. They double down. You get Kenyon Mitchell. You get Cooper DeJean. Now he's playing. That group that defensive group, if you look at the Eagles on defense this year versus what they looked like last year, night and day difference.
The Eagles dominated yesterday.
Right. And then what did they do on offense, right? It was they brought in what was dude from Kellen Moore. So my point being is like
get me all riled up.
My point being though is like how they got into the year after the Super Bowl is completely different. How they're also handling it after the Super Bowl, completely different.
Like, okay, when it came to the Eagles the year after y'all, couple years ago after losing to Kansas City, didn't y'all still win 10 games the year after?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unless we go on this miraculous run that everybody been talking about, I don't see us winning 8 games, let alone 10.
Who do y'all have left on the schedule? Let me see.
It don't matter. It don't matter, dog. It don't even matter right now. We still got to play the Lions in Detroit. We still got to play them. Chicago, the Rams, I think the Lions, Arizona, right?
Yeah. All right. So I feel like y'all might beat the Bears maybe, but the Rams maybe not.
I don't know. They're coming off with a bye week. They just dropped their coach. So, most teams play better after they lose their coach. They play inspiring football. Just being real.
We'd have to have a hell of a rally to fucking win any games going forward.
I give y'all one more win. One.
Because I just saw like Throwback brought this up. Shout out Throwback. Talking about firing Steve Wilkes. I just want to say this one thing about it, and I'm gonna stop.
Please carry on with that one.
Because I've seen so much about Kyle. I'm breaking my rule. I've seen so much about Kyle. Where it's like, oh, the play caller is only so much, yada yada yada. The players got to make the plays. Did they say the same thing about Steve Wilkes last year? When because I said it then. You can say the cover zero blitz right before halftime against Minnesota was a bad call. Charvarius Ward is right there to make a pick.
If he picks that ball off, nobody's talking about how that was a bad call.
But you see what I'm saying? It's like
I'm with you, Jordan. I'm with you.
Why is it one person players got to make plays when it was the other person? It's that's a terrible call. You don't do that.
No, Jordan. It was because he was in the booth. The booth was the problem. Remember?
That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
The booth was the problem.
Pull him out of the booth and put him on the field.
Take him out of the booth. And when we was on that 5-game winning streak, when he was up in the booth, it was no issue. But when the nigga sat up there and lost 3 games, the nigga has to come from the booth downstairs.
But that's why I think
you bring yourself down here, boy.
Let's put Sorensen in the booth.
No, boy, you bring yourself down here, boy.
I think that's what's so interesting about what George Kittle said.
Oh my
right?
God, I'm
Because,
dying.
I mean, we've seen defense. We saw Bosa talk about Steve Wilkes in the plan. Fred kind of talked about it a little bit. We've seen Fred talk about the Geno Smith. Well, we didn't have anybody there for him because they weren't man against that last touchdown run Geno had. We're actually seeing some people talking on offense now. George Kittle, the one person that you actually don't think would say anything, like he's like, I don't know. I have one target.
Yeah.
I ran
Yeah,
all these
Kittle.
routes after the fact. I don't know what's going on.
Kittle's
Now, and
emotional without being
I'm not going
emotional.
to do the whole, was he talking about Brock Purdy? Is he talking about play? It doesn't matter. It matters. The only thing that matters is he said something. So I just find that interesting.
Hey man, hey, this is the Niner way. This is what they wanted. You remember after we got rid of Trey, now we get back to Niner football.
Yep.
Shout out to Juice, man.
Yep.
Hey, man.
That's what he said. That's
Shout
what
out
he
to
said.
Juice. And let's keep it real, because look, Niners, and I'm one of them because I said it too. So I love to put myself in this equation too. See, that's how objective I am. I can also call myself out on this. We wanted Kyle Shanahan to be exotic and to call different plays and to do something different, right? Mm-hmm. We marched all the way down the field yesterday with Mason, running the ball like crazy. Who ended up fumbling?
Juice.
I said that earlier.
No, I'm with you, Jordan. My point is, we asked for him to switch up and change up certain things, and when he does change up, the man fumbles. But this is the Niner way, because we got what we asked for. Two things can be true. I wanted him to switch up. Now what did I blame? I can't blame him for switching up because he actually did switch up. But who ended up fumbling the ball? The Niner way guy, man. Hey, man, look. Hey, you just got to be real with yourselves and say, you know what? Congratulations, you played yourself, Rod. You asked for him to switch. He switched. The man fumbled. What more do you want? What more do you want from me?
Rod's taking accountability.
Hey, man, I'm fighting for my life. Woo, man. Hey man, it's a dirty game out here, man. We want all this stuff, boy. Hey,
it's an evil war we live in.
It's an evil world, boy. Hey man,
hey, Reverend Future never wrong.
Hey, then your boy Kyle did just like this right when Juice fumbled. He said,
"This is your king. This is the guy I want." Okay, all right.
So I fumbled that, right? That's my fault too, right, y'all? Y'all right? Hey man, who coached yesterday? Was it Jim Tomsula or was it Chip Kelly? Y'all let me know who was coaching yesterday, man. I just need to know, man.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh shit!
Y'all, hey, bro, hey, and to look at certain things, we don't even know really how good Brock is. Again, I asked the question after 2 seasons. Name me a quarterback that has actually gotten better and been better under Kyle Shanahan's tutelage. Name me one. Name me one.
You know, something with that too, like that I've really thought about, just like, is the whole thing about, you think about the whole situation of like the quarterbacks that they either passed on, didn't recruit, didn't scout, right? Like Tom Brady, we know that was one. There was Matthew Stafford was out there, Mahomes was out there, like all those, right? And I think to how everyone keeps saying, because a lot of people have been pointing out as of late that this whole thing with like, oh, well, Kyle doesn't let people make changes at the line, but that's always been a thing. Well, my point is, don't you see that how that's a problem? I'm not even saying for the end, not just for in game, whoever's a quarterback. I'm saying if you want to bring in somebody, you're gonna tell Tom Brady he can't check. You're gonna tell Matthew Stafford he can't check. Mahomes, as good as he's turned out, but that again is my point, and this is
Just name 3 winners.
But and I keep just kind of coming back to this main theme of this is why I'm saying I think that, again, I'm not saying that Kyle's going to get fired. I think what would be best for him is that he does, because sometimes you need that wake up call. right? Like sometimes you need to get
Go
done.
see,
Like,
if it's broke,
the
fix
person that you
it.
was with and you thought that you were gonna be with them for the rest of your life. So like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. She ain't never
Right.
gonna leave me. We're all good. All of a sudden, she leaves you and doesn't come back. Now you got to look in the mirror and see what's going on. I feel
Right.
like for Kyle, that might actually have to be what happens here. I do.
I 100% agree with you. I just
Yeah.
be feeling like, hey, at the end of the day, you know, in San Francisco or Santa Clara or San Jose, wherever the fuck we at, motherfuckers always just love just saying that Kyle, you know, he's you know, untouchable. You know, he just resigned last year and okay,
He'll be snatched up in 2 seconds.
okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I was
everyone,
gonna say
everyone
that. Like,
tells
if
me.
he were to leave y'all's organization or whatever, like, who do you think would be, like, what team do you think would best suit him?
Carolina. No.
Hey, why you playing it?
Put him in Chicago.
They're a trash organization.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Chicago.
Chicago.
But I mean, again, the overall theme is because everyone's saying, "Well, who would you want better?" My question, and for all, I'm asking all of you on the panel, all of y'all who were in the chat, like who've watched the 49ers a whole lot longer than I have. Serious question here. Do you think that question would have come up for Eddie DeBartolo?
What else?
I asked that question.
Serious question.
I no, because I agree with you in that question, Jordan. And I've said, hell no. He would have been gone along. Once he made the 3 picks, them 3 picks for Trey, and Trey didn't work out and you had to trade him, I would have put the house on it. He would have been gone right then.
Yeah.
I don't care if we resigned you or not. Your services are no longer needed. You just wasted 3 first-round, 3 years of us.
Yep.
For somebody who's not even my quarterback? Oh, no, you got to go, G. And the only reason why he's around was because he mistakenly Brock Purdy just fell for him to work out.
Right into his lap.
It just so happened to work. Lightning in a bottle just worked right then and there.
Because I mean, and like I think about that with other sports too, right? For example, I know the Yankees just lost the World Series. George Steinbrenner obviously no longer with us. George Steinbrenner still coaching, or owning the Yankees with Aaron Boone and his track record. He was an owner. Do I think Aaron Boone will still be there? Probably not. I mean, there's a reason why you saw there's still the fire rumors, even though they made the World Series. Dave Roberts, right, with the Dodgers. How many times does his name come up? You know what? You can't get it done. He made this mistake with Clayton Kershaw. Made that mistake managing in the playoffs. He's got to go. All of a sudden, he wins. He might never have had a chance to win that World Series if they had a different owner. Like, I don't think that's just one thing right now in terms of, like, I'm not saying that with the Niners, but I just thought about it because those are 3 historic franchises, right? And we can point to different ownership groups where it's like, you know what? Maybe that wouldn't be the case. Because, again, it's not even just the 3 first-round picks. It's what Throwback brings up as well in terms of think about all the other swings and misses that you've had. You've had a lot of hits. I can't take away from that. There's been a lot of misses.
I know DeBartolo wouldn't have been happy. I know that.
And Stevo, like, if you don't know what he would think, that's fine. Like I said, I can't speak on it because I didn't know Eddie DeBartolo. But
Stevo, come on,
I want to leave that to you.
On, man. Keep it a buck, Stevo. Like, you old enough to know this, man. You old enough to know that you know damn well DeBartolo would have been like, man, he's out of here. Like, y'all.
They got rid of fucking Seifert, and Seifert was fucking good.
Like, y'all, come on, man. Like,
and Seifert won 2 championships.
I was hella mad when Seifert got fired. I was hella mad.
Like, y'all gotta be real with this shit. This dude has never won, and y'all gonna tell me a dude who has won who got fired? Now y'all gonna say, well, I don't know. He would have. I think he would have kept.
No, hell no.
Hey, man. It's all good, man. Steve-O, it's cool. I understand. I know you're a troll. I get it. You just trolling. You got to be trolling, dog. There's no way you're going to sit up here and play stupid like this right now, man. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You're a lot smarter. I feel like you're a lot smarter than that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Oh, shit.
No way.
What y'all think about Michi's suggestions?
What?
DOC.
Oh my God! No, not again.
What happened?
Not again.
I don't know.
Another concussion? Who went down?
I don't know if he got a. I don't know if he got a concussion. I don't think so because the play kept going. But Bo Nix just threw a 93-yard TD.
Yeah, he put that on the money. All right, maybe I don't feel too bad about losing to them a few weeks ago. Don't bring that up as an invitation to talk about Falcons. I don't want to talk about Falcons.
No.
I don't want to talk about them.
Here now I see it. Oh my God!
So question to each one of y'all. I want each one of y'all
He
answer.
skipped in there.
If Kyle, well, I'm not gonna. I want to keep Kyle. I want to keep Kyle out of this. But right now,
Yeah.
let's just say, let's say for the sake of discussion, y'all don't make the playoffs, right? You already know. I know, right? I know. I'm just saying, you don't make the playoffs. How long do you think it'll take for y'all to get back to being a full-fledged contender again?
I'll let them.
Jordan go first.
No, let me let them go first. That's their.
That's a beautiful question. And it at best, it all depends on who you keep around, who's your core players that you keep, because certain things gonna have to change. Like,
Right.
Are you keeping Kittle around still? Because really and truly, Kittle is just extended offensive lineman in most weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Are you be out of here this year?
Yeah, like, are you really going to utilize him, or like let him just go out there and do his thing? Let's keep it a buck. Are you going to keep Trent still? Like, let's keep it 100. Are you really going to keep Trent around? Because
How much longer does he have?
What are we getting out of him now? We're not about to win the Super Bowl this year. We're not about to win it next year. So what is he truly around for now? Why don't you go on, get rid of him, get some draft picks, start the regime or however you want to call it, and then go from there? Because right now, you're keeping certain players for what reason? I think you keep Fred. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to keep Fred. I feel like Dre Greenlaw may walk unless he signs for something under the table that we wouldn't know about, just to come back here and play again. He could go out there and get his money, even though he was injured this year. Mooney Ward, he'll be gone. On the offensive side, you keep Pony. You're going to have Ayuk. You don't know what kind of Ayuk you're going to have. Debo, again. What do you get? We know what we're getting out of Debo. Excuse me. We know what we're getting out of Tyshawn. So if that's the way we're going to look at stuff, I legit don't know which direction. And let's keep it real. I'm always told, and I listen to what Terradome says about Brock being the dude. He's been it. He's shown us and shown this. But what has he truly shown us?
I mean, obviously enough, because some people think he's better than Josh Allen. He must have shown you something.
But my thing of this is that everything has to be perfect for us to win. Don't let us get in the cold weather or a rainy game.
Yeah,
we're in trouble if we got Brock back there. Let's keep it a bit. Let's keep it a buck.
I mean, we went from averaging 30 points a fucking game to looking like trash.
Yeah. So, Gina, what you think? How many years do you think it's going to take?
On top of that, we got to look at Brock's arm. Like, I'm not saying trade him, but I would let him say this. Look, let him play out next year. Let him play out his contract. I'm not giving him $60 million after this summer.
No, he should not have 60. He should not have 60.
I'm not investing $60 million in nobody right now. Patrick Mahomes is the only one I will give $60 million to in the league.
Yeah.
I'm not even giving that to Lamar. That's me, though. That's my point. I'm not even giving it to Lamar, and he's an MVP.
Okay.
You said
okay. So, like, my expectations as far as what I see in certain things are different than what everybody else sees it. But we have to play and keep it a buck and keep it real. We get into inclement weathers. What time of the year do we always talk about? The December's, your January games where it gets cold. If you got to go to the east, you mean to tell me that you're willing to put it all, slide all your money in the middle? We got to go play in the rain in wherever on the East Coast, and you're going to say Brock Purdy's going to pull that game out for us? Y'all really that confident to give him $60 million to do that? You got it, G.
So, Gina, question: how long do you think, Gina? How long do you think it's going to take for y'all to get back to Super Bowl contentions? And I'm asking only because I mean, like I said, Rod said what? How many years did you say, Rod?
I don't know. I'm being honest. I really don't know how many years.
Okay, all right, Gina. What
you know what I mean?
Because Macy said 4 to 5 at least.
Yeah. I'm. Looking at like the players that we do have that I could say are all tradable pieces and whatnot. We have some good pieces for a rebuild, honestly. Like, look, remember when we had Vernon Davis? He went off to Denver, won a fucking ring, right? Mm-hmm. Kittle, that man deserves a ring. Okay, he's worth something. Fred Warner is worth something. Brock is a good quarterback. He'd be really good in anyone's system. He really would. So we keep him for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not saying he's, going to help us get to the promised land. I'm just saying, like, if we need to move things around, we can still get something. We just need to tank.
So you said rebuild. So okay, so if you do want to rebuild, there is
4 or 5 years,
right? But there is a particular person that you will rebuild around. Who would that person be though? Because I'm quite sure Jordan knows. I'm quite sure Jordan knows when you start doing rebuilding, there's someone on that team that you feel like you can build around and stay.
Got to have the pillars.
If you say they can be Brock, then it's gotta be somebody else. So who would that person be?
Oh, let me say this.
I love Pooney. I love Pooney, man. I think he is solid. I really think he's solid. He's already like one of the top elite rookies today. So you need a strong O-line to protect your quarterback. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right.
And this is also this, like I said to Terradome, I would let Brock play out his contract. Like I keep saying that for a reason. I'm giving him a chance. Maybe he can show something else. I'm talking about this summer right now. No, I am not giving him $60 million. But let's see what he can do with another year. That's what I'm saying. Because guess what? He had an off year. Okay, guess what happens in the off year? He turns right back around. He does his thing. Then we can have another discussion. But right this second, no, I'm not.
Okay. So Jordan, what you think? How long you think it's gonna take him?
Don't be that dude, man. Don't be that dude, G. Don't be that dude, man. Don't be that dude, man. Don't be that dude, man.
Jordan?
To your question, this is what I don't like about some of the narratives about like, oh, well, Kyle's been this, Kyle's been that. Again, good offensive schemer, good offensive designer. I totally agree with that. I don't think that when Niners fans came into this year, I'll get to the answer.
Terradome.
When
trade him.
They didn't expect all these injuries and some of these things that happen.
Absolutely.
But this is the nature of football, right? Yeah. Like, because let me ask some questions here, and this is how I'm getting to it. My answer is I don't know. Because do you think Jake Moody all of a sudden is going to be back to what he was his rookie year?
Fuck him. Get him. Bring back the guy who actually made the field goals. I don't even know his name, but bring him back.
Do you think Jake Moody's going to be back? Do you think that this offensive line is going to take steps? And again, like I know we talked about this before. If Trent does retire, what do you do at left tackle? You already know what you have in McKivitz, right? You already say Banks is taking steps. So what happens there? Like, there's just so many other questions that are out and about What does and then of course the injuries, right? What does Hargrave look like when he comes back? What does Greenlaw look like when he comes back? And the list goes on and on and on.
Can I just say
So the
one
answer
last
is,
thing
I don't know, which is why I'm saying you better cash in while you can.
before you go forward? I said this last season on this podcast. Well, not this episode, but on this channel. If we don't win the Super Bowl, that's it. That was our chance. That was our chance. The
Well,
best
no.
roster you could think of for the Niners, not of the, whatever. We should have won. So I blame Kyle.
But that's also not the first year you should have won.
No,
Bingo.
because we had the opportunity to beat the fucking Chiefs in 2019 season. All
You had
right.
a chance to beat them too the year that you let the Rams come back and beat you as well. You had a chance
Yes,
to
we
beat Cincinnati
did.
if you would have matched up with them then.
Yes,
You only-
that's
and
why
the point.
Kyle's
You
the
only get-
problem.
No,
Good
I
question.
agree. I'm just saying you only get so many opportunities to
All right, I'm getting upset. Jordan, continue.
Who's the
That's what
top
I'm
three?
saying. You only get so many opportunities to win this.
Who's the
only
top
do.
3 AFC teams?
Top 3?
Yeah.
Right now, it's the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Steelers, I believe.
Yep. Those are
Do
mine.
you- okay.
Bills, Chiefs, and
Okay.
Steelers.
I give Steelers that. Okay.
Yeah,
That
Steelers are
yes,
good.
to answer that question. My fault for using them. I would have said Ravens, in my opinion. In another, if they would have won yesterday.
I
Reason
don't
why I'm saying that.
Yeah, I agree.
What is outside of okay? You brought the Steelers into the situation. They have a winning record from last year. What's the Niners record against the Chiefs?
Hmm.
Mhm.
What's the Niners record against? What was that other team we said? The Bills.
Bills.
What's the Niners record against the Bills? What's the Niners record against the Ravens? What's the
This is
Niners?
I was gonna say it's a different Steelers team than they played week 1.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
certain your top tier teams, because people love to use that as a thing or as something to shoot at, and I say we can't even beat the top 3 squads in the AFC.
You're right, Jimmy.
So what are you talking about here, man? What are we
But
doing?
To add on to that, you know what I think they all have in common, and like people can talk about the quarterback, which is true. Those teams have the quarterback situation feel understood.
Yeah.
The biggest thing though I noticed, physicality.
Bingo.
That's been the biggest thing for me. That's why I said 2 years ago, right? Obviously, I get it. It looked completely different when Brock Purdy got hurt in the NFC Championship. But I said the reason why I picked the 49ers to lose that game, who did I pick to be the more physical team? Who did I pick to be the better team at the line of scrimmage? Philadelphia. Every single time and there you go, there's your stat. But every
Yeah.
single time that the 49ers have struggled, because the team that they
Hey man, send a link to Terradome, man. Send a link to Terradome. Send a link to him, man.
Oh.
Send a link, man. Send a link. Hey, Terradome, be ready, man. Send a
I don't know.
link coming your way.
Terradome, you're gonna jump on? Let's see. Let me send it to him.
Washington ain't taking Brock. They got their
Thank you.
Washington good.
We can name all the teams that are good that I guarantee you a bunch of these teams wouldn't take him.
We should send him to it. I would say send him to Atlanta, but no, we have a quarterback that needs to be playing.
All right,
He's not playing
sent.
right now.
Yeah, he's not. He'll go to Detroit, but he'll be a backup because they're not going off Jared Goff.
Ain't
He's
no
not
way.
going to Washington. He'll be a backup to him too until he either gets hurt or something happens to him. So he's not going to Washington. Minnesota, he could go there, but I doubt it. I mean, you got it that because why? You got a previous backup is now the starter for the team that both of y'all just came from. That's gonna
Hell
be
no, Brock don't need to go to New Orleans. Don't say that.
Brock is a backup.
Hey, Brock, why are you playing? Why are you playing? New Orleans wouldn't be a bad spot for him.
Yes, it'd be terrible. You don't need to go.
I know why. I know why.
I know. Me
Jordan-
too.
Be terrible. Be terrible.
Yeah, probably nice.
He plays in the dome, 7-8 times a year? No, he don't need to go there.
But you know what? Hey, Daniels got a point too. If he go to the Giants, he got some weapons over
No,
there.
he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. It's cold weather. It snows up
he
there and
wouldn't
it
last.
rains. We'll be
He
trash up
Yeah,
there.
he
Where's he
wouldn't
from?
last.
Name me a good game that Brock has had in inclement weather.
I don't
Go.
know. Where's he from?
He's
He
from
Iowa.
played at Iowa
Well, he's
State.
from
Iowa
Phoenix.
State.
He's from Phoenix. He's from
He's from
Chandler.
Iowa State.
At Iowa State.
Yeah, it's
When he didn't have good games in cold weather and inclement weather. So name me the game. Name me the game that he would be good in. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not giving him 60.
Yeah, he's got to go to a dome team.
Thank you. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like,
So
we're not going to pick and choose the battle with certain stuff. This is just reality. That's the miscue right now. Like, then he, hey,
there you go.
then the man had arm soreness last week.
But it's crazy. He's got arms on.
Where did that come from?
Here we go. Let's welcome
No.
Bring him in.
Terradome to the show. Welcome, Terradome.
Terradome, what up, dog?
Nope, not doing this.
How's everybody doing?
We great.
How
We
you
great.
doing?
Yes, we are great.
I'm cutting my mic off. I want to hear this.
No. Go. What were you saying, Terradome? I'm sorry.
Where Jordan go? That's my man. Where Jordan go? Jordan.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
All right, bro. Yeah, it's not just you, man. It's just a growing sentiment. I'm on, I'm looking at y'all simultaneous with a lot of others, and if it's like that, just trade the guy. Just trade him. I'm just so done with the sentiment. I'm done with everything. Everybody's got these short memories. It's like they looked into the Men in Black thing and said, "Look into this flashy thing." It's all good. It's all good. I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on. And if that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on. I have gone to the lengths of looking at possible prospects for our worst offensive lineman, which is our center, Jake Brendel, who is ranking 39th amongst 32 teams. How do you get to 39 and it ain't but 32 teams? Amen. Glory to God. There's a young man at the University of Alabama, his name is Brailsford. His first name is Parker Brailsford. But you know what? Kyle ain't gonna do it. Come April, we looking for a receiver.
Oh,
Why should I tell you? For the last 2 years, I done told you I have been watching the game of football for 50 years. You can't do this.
Get to the Oregon.
Without a damn offensive line.
Terradome, I will see your wide receiver and I will raise you 2 running backs.
Gina, you 100% right. This dude will draft running backs out of the 3rd round, and then he got slick a little bit. He went to the 4th round and moved up. So cute, Kyle. So cute. Chris Forrester. I'm gonna tell you to a man, and y'all record this. Make sure it's in all of perpetuity. Chris Forrester, I can take your job.
Hey, look, hold up.
Tomorrow.
Don't be using them big words on us.
I have to look that one up in the dictionary.
Yeah, don't be using them damn Stephen A. words on us. Don't you do that to us.
Perpetuity.
means all of time from this point forward on into perpetuity. Okay. Chris Forrester, you are horrible. The way you look at players, the way you evaluate players, the way you coach players, the way you treat players. You do not belong in the National
You are not the father.
League. I am better than you right now.
All tithes and offerings will go into the basket. If you don't have anything, please turn your hand over.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I got a question though. Pterodon, OG. Why are you mad at Chris Forrester when those sentiments and thoughts come from Kyle Shanahan? Why ain't that energy towards him? Because he's the last say so. He's got the last call. So why ain't that sentiment towards him? Is it because he said it?
Because he signed off on it.
Who?
He co-signed on it.
Who signed off on it?
Chris Forrester. I got it on tape. I'm a running back.
No. Who has the last say so?
It don't matter who got the last say so, dude.
But it does.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I mean, the final decision is going to be made, right? But stand up for yourself as a man. As a man, as a professional, stand up for yourself and say, I totally don't agree with this. I got him on tape in a press conference in front of Jesus and everybody saying, Kyle, I agree. You know, you need to get skill players, guys who touch the ball. And we whiffed on an Ohio State tackle. We whiffed on Jason. We're gonna whiff on others that come out because you're playing fantasy football, son.
But the man agreed with Kyle Shanahan.
Don't have a blunt in church.
That's why he sucks. He agreed, and he is an offensive line coach. How you fix your mouth?
How you fix your mouth to not blame the head coach? You got the last say so.
To me, Kyle. Listen to me, Callie. Look, yeah, but I blame you as a man not stepping up and saying, Kyle, that's the wrong damn way to go. And if you want to do that, then you wrong as two boys kissing in church.
Hey, you know what he probably did? He said, you know what? Because I'm a troll like that too. Hey, you know what, y'all? Hey, man, we don't need a center, man. We need exactly what he said in here. And then watch everything just blow up. Hey, y'all. You are 100% correct. That's what he wanted. That's what this dude wanted, G. I'm going to troll you.
He's still wrong, man.
I hope my pastor ain't watching
I
this.
stand up and I say, no, man.
I agree with what I agree with the what you're actually generally saying. OG, don't get it twisted. I just feel like at the end of the day, I can't keep sweeping. Y'all can't keep sweeping Kyle Shanahan away from accountability when ultimately we got the last say so in the shit. And he's the main one that said it, and all he did was double down on it.
I'm gonna get
getting excused.
I'm gonna get to him.
I'm not missing that one. I'm not missing that bus.
I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get. Just hold your horse.
Okay. All right.
What Shirley Caesar say? Just hold my mule.
Right. Right.
Now
look.
And then you go out here and you fire Steve Wilkes, a black man.
Oh Lord.
Put your glasses back on.
And bring in Beetle Gin and Juice, who can't
great reference.
The defense to save his life.
Dope reference.
Beetle Gin and Juice can't coach a defense to save his life, and you trying to tell me that Steve Wilkes, he rubbed the players the wrong way. You know, when you're laying up in Cabo with them, they have a tendency to speak their mind and do whatever they feel like doing. Vince Lombardi didn't do that. Tom Landry didn't do that. Chuck Noll didn't do that. These Bill Walsh didn't do that. We didn't go in vacation.
We just named all winners
because we knew we were gonna have to cut them one day.
You just named all winning coaches.
Yes,
all winning coaches. All winning coaches.
That's what winning coaches do. We don't lay up with the daggone players on vacation. This is the San Francisco 49. Look behind me, y'all. Look, do y'all see them championship banners?
Yeah, the Laker ones.
Terry don't say, turn around to yourself and say self.
Hey, Michi, tell him, Michi, look to your left and say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
You see that stuff? You see that?
Yeah. I was 14 last time we won. I'm 44. Y'all do the math.
That's what we here
bad.
doing. That's what we do here.
I
I don't care what y'all do out there. I don't. You in the world. You can look at anything you want to do. You can play any way you want to play. But this is what we do here. And
we ain't did it in 30 years though. But hey, this hey, a lot of people out here saying Kyle Shanahan is the one that's gonna get us over now. He's the end all be all. And I can't tell in 8 years we ain't ended in nothing. And we ain't did nothing.
He's an offensive genius.
Jordan Watkins told us. Jordan Watkins is right there. Smart man. Went to Stanford. Amen. Glory to God. Jordan Watkins told us. He is the sum total of what it is. And we acting like we scared that, oh my God, he might go somewhere else. He might coach another team. For what? They can lose in the NFC Championship so they can blow it in the Super Bowl. Do you think I'm scared of that?
Boy, let me tell you, if Shanahan left y'all, went to another team and won it, y'all
good for him.
That last caveat and won it.
Good for him.
Y'all would want to think that, like, why he couldn't do that when he was.
It's a lose-lose situation, but good for him. He finally got over the hump.
I would clap for him, but I would love, of all the coaches that I could face in a Super Bowl.
Same, Jimmy.
I would love to face Kyle Shanahan. You know why?
Because you know what he's gonna do.
Because he gonna blow it, baby.
Major call. Major call.
No,
Jordan shaking his head.
You can be running it for 6 yards a carry, and he gonna start trying to throw it.
Yep.
You could be running a great defense, and he gonna mess it up. He's just a F up, and that's all it is. Sometimes people is just F ups. Y'all got them.
You could swear on this channel.
Y'all know who they are. They're in your family. You got them in your family. They just gonna F it up. They just gonna F it up. They're gonna F it up.
F it up.
You can give them everything you want. You can set them up for success, but they gonna F it up. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. You're gonna F it up. You're gonna F it up. Just an accident waiting to happen. I spotted him $500, got him a job and everything else. Watch him mess this up. That's Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
I seen it before. Man. He used to be a great coach named Marty Schottenheimer. He was really, really good. Real good coach, man.
Yep.
When it came time, yeah, baby. We waiting on old Marty. Old Marty gonna give us another one named Dan Reeves. Great coach.
Love Dan Reeves.
Yeah, he gonna give it to you.
Hey, Steve-O. If we ain't won in 30 years, what makes you think that Kyle is the one to win it now?
Hey, yeah, he gets close.
It's Correndo season now.
This ain't horseshoes. Getting close don't win you shit.
Yeah.
My thing is, that's the thing. Like getting close. Oh, we made four NFC championships, and we made 2 Super Bowls, and
close is nothing more than a participation award right now.
Right, like exactly.
Yeah.
I remember the years that we won it.
I know people will say, it's 31 other teams, or at least 28 other teams that would love Kyle. 28 other teams ain't the San Francisco 49ers, y'all.
There you go.
It's simply it's different standards that we have that 28 other cities ain't got.
Okay, so all right, so to the panel, so to Gina, Rod, Terradome. Gina, you first. It'll be Gina, Rod, and Terradome. Gina, Kyle's out. Who's in as head coach?
Who give a fuck? I can answer that question for myself. Who gives a fuck, man? Like, ain't nothing. I hate that. I'm being honest. I hate that question because people think and just assume that right now you got to have an answer to that problem right now. Okay. Who give a fuck? Look, it could be anybody from out there. anybody, somebody can get a chance. You don't know until something happens. You just don't know. You don't know how tomorrow is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, you don't even know what tomorrow brings.
But
The trouble
everybody
brings.
has some kind of suggestion. Everyone has a suggestion.
I'll take Rex Ryan.
Amen. Amen. Shout out to Gina.
He's strong on defense. Fuck it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
Good point.
totally get it.
Call me crazy.
I'm not at nobody's pick. Like, my thing is this. We don't know. And
Right,
who is it
exactly.
say
But
that
I'm
once
with
we
you,
get that
Rod.
right coach in here, that
I'm
they
with
could
you,
be the
Rod.
fire that could get up under these guys and it clicks. And then all of a sudden, the last little pieces that we've been missing, all of a sudden it makes it, and then we win it. Then what? Oh,
Yeah.
I
We
got
shouldn't have to
several, I got
Name
several.
anybody.
I got
Go for it.
several.
go, tear it
I
on.
can go with Bill Belichick, who's
Yep.
won 6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator. Who would he bring in as his offensive coordinator? He would probably bring in, I don't know, elevate Brian Greasy.
Be careful with that.
I would go with Bruce Arians. He's down in Tampa Bay not doing anything. I would go Byron Leftwich is out there not doing anything. I would go with Nick Saban, who's a national championship winner over and over and over again. It's several that you can go after and let them put their squads together and let them put their motif together, who can take this talent and whip it into shape. Because right now, this talent ain't in shape. That's
right.
what's going on. It's not about offensive innovation. I can take those plays, man, and run circles around them. Add a passing game, and now we averaging 35 points a game. It's you're not leading the men. You're just simply not leading men right now.
I agree with that.
We need a leader of men. Can't nobody take you anywhere that they haven't been. They don't.
Right. You're right.
So I was saying that, and I asked that question, and I asked the other question before to lead up to this. Like, I feel like when it comes to the Niners, I feel like at this point, you know, with all the injuries y'all got, with the coaching issues and everything y'all got going on, the best thing to do right now would be to blow it up, find you a decent head coach, and have that coach and put your faith and confidence in that coach. That way, that coach can hire offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators on who they seem fit. And guess what? If some of these players are going to be gone, then let them be gone. If you got to trade them, trade them. If you got to eat some money on contracts, do that. But you have that head coach come in and start building around that head coach. That's what you do. Because obviously the owner doesn't like to get rid of head coach for whatever reason. He's keeping Cal. So guess what? Get the head coach in there, and let the head coach rebuild the entire team to what he wants. That's what I would do if I was y'all. But you know me, it's 11 o'clock over here. Your boy got to go to work.
No, I'll tell you. This is what if you were to ask me if I were the owner of the 49ers, what would I do? Right? Like let's put it this way. I'm telling Kyle, you got to hire an OC.
Bingo.
Now, the OC might not necessarily call plays, right? Like that can still be Kyle's thing. I need another person in there that's just another brain in there that's let's go over this during the week. Let's talk about it. Hey, I know you don't let your quarterbacks make changes at the line. Here's why you might need to do it. If you think you have the guy. Now, if you don't think you have the guy that can do it, that's a whole different conversation.
Mike
right?
McDaniel is about to be free in a minute, so because he ain't working out my end.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm just saying that will be my first thing. And then the other part too, I'd say, all right, look, I don't care if you think you need another receiver. I don't care if you need another yada, yada, yada. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure this offensive line is right. Because it's not. Right? Yeah, you have all the weapons in the world. You have all the weapons in the world. If you don't have an O-line, my mom used to say this to me all the time. I'm so happy she said it. No line, no football.
Bingo.
That was always her phrase. No line, no football. And you know what? It's not even that you don't have an O-line. You ain't got a D-line either. And I'm not even saying that in terms of Nick Bosa being hurt. Even when Nick Bosa was playing, there's still three other people on the defensive line that have to play in a certain time. Nick Bosa can't make every play.
People telling me Nick Bosa ain't declined.
That's not how football works. So I would say, like, look, we're going to reestablish this line of scrimmage. Because, again, that's what I'm saying. Remember what I said earlier. The teams where the Niners have struggled, even this year with the injuries and everything, the teams where the Niners have struggled, the teams that are not afraid to match their physicality and then exceed it. So you have to go back and make sure you reestablish that. The Niners have lost that. They've lost it. The Chiefs weren't afraid of it last year. The Lions weren't afraid of it last year. Packers weren't afraid of it, especially this year, though, because they really did some work in their front seven and on their offensive line. They're not afraid of it either. Bills aren't. Like, I can go on and on and on.
Niners is hella soft this year.
Not one bit.
Ain't nobody scared of us no more.
Point. So no,
that boombox needs to go the fuck away. Take that boombox. Somebody needs to smash that boombox into the fucking ground. I'm tired of seeing that boombox. I've been tired of it for a while. That shit need to go.
You called it, Rod.
I've been tired of that thing. I'm so sick of that. We don't even deserve that whole boombox. Let that go, man. That is over with.
It's not even a good look anymore.
But Jordan, you're 100% right. If you ain't got the horses up front, the Bible says, if you run with the footmen and they have wearied you, how then can you run with the horse? You have to have the horses up front.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
People can get real cute in them 707s in August and them 707s in September. They running around with their fly shorts on, biker shorts, looking like the me so horny girls. But after Thanksgiving, son, this game is going to be played by men, and men that can move men against their will.
That's what football is about.
That is how this game was
about.
Designed. That's how it was designed.
Yes.
You're going to have to be a man up front. You
Keep hitting that like button, guys.
And I'll say this too, Terradome, and I'll say this too. Another thing I would say, look, I'm all about players getting their bag. You do whatever. I'm looking at what some people say on these podcasts. Because here's the thing for me, and I've said this before, so people haven't like heard me say it. I'll say it again. Right, because I know Debo and Brandon Ayuk, I think they were on this podcast earlier, and they were like, "Oh, like we were the best team the last 3 years." You're not saying that. You're not saying that. Did we win the last 3 years? Did we win the last 3 years?
Nope. Hey,
all right, cool. We ain't the best team.
What's the saying once you get paid?
Oh, that's it. Paid, babies, and marriage. You're done.
That's it.
Everything goes downhill.
That's it.
Everything goes downhill.
In this day and time, in the way this culture is now, this generation plays that way. Let me make that clear because
as soon as you get the bag,
that's it.
Production
goes down. I hear you on that. I get you, and like I think there's some teams or some organizations where it's not that way, right? Like, hey, shout out to Nick Saban for not making it out. Like he never let Alabama get that way, right? Without like how much they won and all that, he never let that happen. Mike Tomlin.
Wait. You didn't let what go?
Say it again, Jordan. Hold on.
Wait. Did Nick do what?
Shout out Denby High School.
That sense of entitlement taking over the building.
Tomlin.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. On that. All right. I let you know the money.
I'm gonna holler at you, man. I see y'all later.
No. The money was in Alabama.
Hey, Dennis, I'll holler at you tomorrow on something.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Shout out, Dennis.
Yo,
hey,
bye.
Get your classics, Dennis. I need your stories.
Huh? Say what?
He needs a story.
I need your stories, man. Shout out to you, man.
I'll get y'all one a little bit later. I can't do it right now.
I know. We save them for late night. Just
yeah. After dark.
Tweet your boy
after dark.
Tweet your boy, man. Tweet your boy, man. One love. All right,
for sure. And if y'all get a chance, man, go to my page and look at my last story. It's hilarious.
I know.
Everybody in the chat too. Look at
Please, you guys
look at our newest story.
Subscribe to his channel, Regal
That's what I was
Eagle.
about to say. What we got going on in Regal Eagle before you go? Let them know.
Oh man, we got some giveaways that are gonna be popping off next week. We got some giveaways, man. We got some Michi Mania stuff going on. We're gonna be doing. We've been talking, getting in the works for doing this some things we got going on. We don't want to say it right now because it hasn't officially been put out there yet. But trying to get some heavy hitters on the show, like some people who have a couple of 100,000 followers on the show. We're trying to get them on the show. Gotti's been in contact talking to some people. We got a couple of things going on, man. It's nice.
Love it.
Nice.
What day and time?
That's awesome.
We come out. We're on every Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know what time that was, like 7 o'clock y'all time, something like that, or 6 o'clock.
Is that AM or PM?
AM.
Okay.
What time is that on the West Coast?
That's
7.
3 hours back.
7.
All right,
7 a.m.
7 o'clock y'all time, 10 o'clock on the East Coast, and so that's on Saturdays, and then we come on again 7 o'clock p.m. the day after the game. So if the Eagles play Sunday, then we'll do it Monday. If we play Thursday night, then obviously we probably won't have a show that week because no one's going to watch the show on Friday because everybody's doing something. And if we do decide we want to do it on Saturday, that's kind of like old news, so we won't do it. But if we do it on Sunday, normally it's we'll have the show Monday, and if we play on Monday night the game, then we'll do it on Tuesday. But yeah, come on up, man. Hey, come join us, man. We having fun over there. It'll be nothing but laughter. I'm gonna tell you that though. And Jordan, we got to get you on the show too, Jordan, man. Got to get you on, man.
Hey, whenever
I didn't have everybody on the show except for Terradome. Dan. No, I've had Dan on the show once, didn't I?
Anytime, Regal Eagle, I want to be down with you. You the man.
You didn't have me on when we actually played each other this year, but I'll be down to come on.
Yeah, you got that one. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that.
He gave you that Muhammad Ali. He gave you that. Take that with you.
Yeah, I'm not with you. Come play us now, though.
No, I'm good. You're right.
I ain't messing with you.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you.
All right.
One love, man.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. So back to this dumb shit that folks love to talk about right now, because that's really what it's about. I just think that because there is no next coach, so to speak, in order or in line, then it's like, then it just has to be Kyle Shanahan. And I still think that's like, I don't know, man, like being in a relationship, I just feel like some of these folks love toxic relationships. I just think that. It's no way in hell y'all gonna tell me y'all would deal with a chick doing y'all dirty like this for 8 years, telling y'all, hey, we gonna get married, and y'all just sitting along, just
a stripper. It's dating a stripper.
Absolutely. and that lets me know how much y'all love throwing money at strip clubs. Yeah. I'm glad I lived in Atlanta to know. Whoa, I'm glad I got that out my genes early, boy, because ain't no way in hell.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy.
I make it rain with change. I just
I don't even go. It's not even the point of going no more.
I am so beyond it.
Yeah, it's not even no point. And a lot of times, see, I'm about to give y'all some of the game, letting me know some of y'all don't get no women out there.
Give him the game, bro. Give him the game.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because they just think that they gotta go. They go to Atlanta. We gotta go to the strip clubs, and I just be like, man, the women don't even have to be in the strip. Anyway, carry on, man. But back to this football thing. It's. I just don't understand why it's just Kyle Shanahan, and because of the record that he has, and then they want to say, well, he's only had one bad year, and I'm like, you can't have 4 good years and then 4 bad years and tell me that he's only had one bad year. That just doesn't make sense.
It's just systemic things are wrong that I keep seeing and keeping popping up. I keep seeing mismanagement of a clock. I keep seeing.
Yep.
He's a great designer of plays. He took what his daddy did.
Absolutely.
And he confuses defense. As a former linebacker myself, I looked at that thing in 2019 and booked my tickets when we played the Cleveland Browns. When we played Luke Kuechly in Carolina, I said, oh my God, we got something that these linebackers can't catch up with. It's hard on them because you sending misreads across the formation with your tackles and your guards. That flies against all conventional wisdom that you've ever learned as a linebacker. That is great, but it's the equivalent of being Hugo Boss. It's the equivalent of being Donna Karen. It's the equivalent of being a great designer, but you're not a stylist.
There you go.
A stylist knows what goes on in what situations and what you're trying to come off with. A stylist knows. That's an offensive coordinator. That was your Mike McDaniel. A stylist knows this play would work here against that rookie cornerback over there. This play works here on first down. This play works here, attacking faces, spaces, and places to get good paces. That's what a stylist does. That's everybody ain't did everything and designed their own plays. That's real good. That's awesome. But the guy that can take those notes, the guy that can take it and put it in places where they can get it and teach it. That's what a real coach is, a teacher. Your best coaches, and Jordan can attest to this. I'm sure anybody who's ever played can attest, a great coach is a teacher, and he makes it palatable for your mind to get the concept and never forget it. Don't do it till you get it right. Do it so you can't get it wrong.
Let me ask you this, OG. You ever played for a coach that told y'all in the season that you wasn't as good as last year's team? Man. How would you have felt as a player if you heard that being told to the public, not behind closed doors where you're playing, but to the public, and then y'all supposed to play the rest of the games for that dude? How would you, as a player, you too, Jordan, how would you have felt?
I ain't never had no coach do that. I'm going totally hypothetical. I would go direct with that coach and tell him, just what in the F do you mean, man? How you gonna fix you to say something like that? How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? I get down, man. Every season is different. And if you didn't show me or give me the proper instruction, that's your fault.
What up, Dion? Well, how would you have felt about that?
Dion, what up?
How would you feel about that, though, Jordan?
I honestly wouldn't care, because the film would tell me all I need to see. Right. In terms of, are we playing better or worse than that team? And if the answer is no, I'd be like, all right, he's right. Now it's up to us to go out on the field and prove that, like, we can be better than that team. So it's not the biggest deal to me. And obviously, like, if you turn on the tape, Kyle was 100% right.
100% correct.
100% right. Yeah. So, like,
100% correct. I just think it's the sentiment of saying it as a coach to the public, and then expecting your guys to listen to you.
Well, and I guess that's the thing for me. I'm the type, like, and that's what I'm saying, of like, I'm the type of guy of like, I'm not gonna get mad that he said it. At least I'm not gonna get mad at him that he said it. Right? I'm just gonna get mad of like, dang, like, yeah, he's right. We're not better. And now he's putting out there to everybody else that we're not better. That's going to motivate me to go out next week. If I need to change something in practice, I'll do it. If I need to play better in the game, I'm going to do it. Like that. That's how I am. Right? Like, I wouldn't feel sensitive. I'm going to be like, oh, Kyle, I can't believe you said that. No.
You let my wife put out that her ex-husband was better. Woo. And she put it out on social media.
Woo.
Wait.
Without coming
Thank you. Jordan look on his face alone.
Let me ask you this. When you said better at what?
Anything.
No.
Wait, what?
You putting this thing out in front of God and everybody about me not living up to the expectation? No, boo. No, we gonna have some issues here.
Do you think you're not living up to the expectation?
We gonna if that is the problem, Jordan, you come and talk to me. We have these private conversations. You putting this out in front of everybody? No, you ain't.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, for me, this is how I am. If if I see the tape myself, and I know the tape to be true, right? The honest guy never tells a lie. It never does.
Okay.
I can look at the tape and I already know, yeah, as a group, if it's my part, somebody else's part, we ain't as good as we were last year. That's all I need to know. So if he says it, yeah, I might be a little bit more pissed off that he told it, but I'm not going to be mad at him. I'm just still more motivated of, all right, no, we got to go change this next week.
Two things can be true.
We got to go change this next week.
Hey,
Two things can be true.
Hey, we get it done around here. You come and talk to me, and we have these private and maybe that's the problem. These is private conversations you keep in your bedroom. The Bible says the bedroom undefiled and marriage an honorable thing. Well, you done married up to me, and I done married up to you in business sense. We handle our business. You put it out there you want to. And what? Well, you know what? Like Nino Brown said, I got a list in my pocket a mile long. Let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you how you went out here and drafted a kicker who can't kick instead of a tackle who's on the cusp of being an all-pro. You let me tell you about getting a receiver who got shot instead of getting moving up and getting a tackle who could replace Trent
We didn't know the
Williams.
dude was
Yeah,
gonna
now
get shot.
why-
We didn't know he was gonna
It was
get shot.
his fault that he got shot.
Yeah. We didn't know he was gonna get stuck
He
up,
didn't know he
man.
was gonna get shot when he got drafted.
I just did
We
that
didn't know he was gonna get stuck up,
for
man.
identification.
Guy gets shot on Geary Street.
But the last thing, you could get a receiver off the daggone trash heap is what I'm saying, Rod.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I
I
see.
can see Mel Kiper now.
You can't
Yep.
find quality right
Straight up,
tackles.
Dion.
If
Straight
you could
up.
find quality right tackles, you would have it already.
But that's not the draft's fault, and that's not Ricky Pearsall's fault.
Or well, get one in the daggone man. Look,
That's my point. That's not their
Here-
fault.
here's the issue, and here's the basis of everything. We acted like Manti Te'o told you, and Robert Gronkowski told y'all. We acted like we won it already, and you ain't won it, dude.
That's
You
exactly
ain't won it.
to your
You
point.
ain't won it. You worried about 2025 money, and you still got to pay the 2024 season.
That's my point, Terradome.
You
Why I
didn't
said about
go
some of
after
the
this. You didn't have a theme and go after this at the end of the Super Bowl like you did before. I understand everybody's feelings was hot. I was down for about a month. I had to listen to Dan the Man on here talking junk to me and everything else. But dude, you gotta have a theme, and y'all gotta be a 5 fingers separated ain't much, but a fist will bust you in your mouth. And y'all gotta be together, and y'all gotta know that this season we are on it, doggone it, and like a hornet. And we gotta have a theme, and you gotta be ready, and you gotta go after. The Chiefs ready. The Chiefs said in their mind 3-peat already. 3-peat. That's all they looking for. 3-peat. Baltimore looking like, we got to get this Super Bowl. Detroit was like, we took them that far. We kicking in the door today.
but
It's crazy how we do too.
What was that? But listen, what was our thing? What was our thing? Let me go and get my money before Brock get his 2025 contract. What the hell you worried about?
no, see that's why I said,
and you ain't played 2024.
Damn.
But see, that's why I said though, if I were you, because we were doing a whole hypothetical, if I were an owner, that's why y'all say something on the podcast, I'm gonna let you know about it. Nobody would say we were the best team the last 3 years and you have nothing to show for it.
Except for Debo.
That would never happen.
Tyshawn.
Never. But see, that's the thing. You want to put it on him, that's fine. There was somebody else on the team that was in the room that agreed with it.
Yeah.
How in the hell can you tell me you were the best team the last 3 years? I'm putting 49ers aside. This is just if you're a competitor, whether you're on this panel right now, if you're in the chat, if you are a competitor and the same team that competes, or same person that competes in the same league that you do, has won 2 in the same time frame, you won 0. 2 of them also have been against you. Actually, wait, 3. In the same time, you won 0, and 2 of them been against you. How in the world could you go out and tell some people you the best or you were the best? How could you do that?
That's coming
That's
from
entitlement.
that's coming from a dude that wears a midriff hoodie.
I ain't got nothing to do. They tell me,
Like I said, it wasn't
Hey,
just him because he had somebody else on the team that was right there
Wait.
and let that slide.
And our fans are delusional too. I can admit that.
you're supposed to be. You're a fan. The word fan is a derivative of fanatic.
Fanatic.
You are
Exactly.
fanatic, and you supposed to be. That's all. But in those closed doors, in those locker rooms, when everything goes on, hey man, we got to be.
Steve-O, do they have them? Steve-O, do they have the 4 losses?
Nope. And the thing about it is,
That's all that
Kansas
matters.
City,
Do they have them?
Kansas City lost one time out of 4 years. They went right back to the Super Bowl.
That's
Right on back.
It
They
doesn't
went
matter
right back.
if they should have or not.
They did. Hey man,
You know what's funny, guys, is
you are what the record says you are.
after the 2019-20 Super Bowl loss, and then we had the COVID year and shit, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then it was like the wheelchair season, injuries, Nick Bosa, ACL tear, right? And then we were like blaming injuries and, fucking Nick Mullins and all this shit. But this year, I'm not putting any injuries as an excuse for any of our losses.
Okay.
None of them.
I don't use injuries. I never
Period.
use that as a.
No.
You can't.
No, none.
Now, see, this is my thing. This is where
I'm just over it.
This is where depth comes into a conversation that we didn't have. That once your big wigs, your the people that you pay the most,
yep.
Once they get injured, it literally we fall off a cliff as far as production is concerned behind the person that comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not well, this person comes in and we're retooled to keep going. We don't have that depth. That depth.
Right. You're so right.
Gone.
You're
That's
so
gone.
right.
It is what it is with that. And that's the problem that it's always been.
This is what I'm looking at. I got 2 posters beside me. It's Kobe Bryant rules, and then it says 10 things that require 0 talent. And they are being on time, making an effort, being high energy, having a positive attitude, being passionate, using good body language, being coachable, being giving a little bit extra, being prepared, and having a strong work ethic. Even though you might lose talent, even though injuries happen, and they're supposed to happen, you've been going extra miles on your car for years, for 3 years straight. Coaching means that player behind you uses the extra effort. He's more prepared.
Stays ready.
He's that, and I didn't see that. I don't see that. We losing on effort. We losing on just being prepared. How you get 2 back-to-back 12 men on the field?
There we go.
This is bad
stuff.
football.
Yeah.
Bad football.
Special teams giving up touchdowns and kicks and things of that nature. How is that happening? That's coaching. That's a culture.
Do you guys remember that one game? I don't know if it was the Rams game or what, but there was 3 times that we had to get into the end zone that Brock threw 3 passes in, and there were 2 of them were negated by penalties.
Penalties kill us, Gina. I'm glad you mentioned. Let me hit my bell.
It's like, what the fuck?
If I see one more damn false start,
fuck,
everybody is fined $100,000. How is you on offense and know the snap count? I seen Brindle, he the center, and he got a false start. How do you do that? How do you do that?
Of all players, you the center.
This is bad football. Hey, man, I'm understanding when there's a war of attrition here, y'all. And when you go to the playoffs, it's like playing 2 games in one. So by profit by design. The 49ers have played an extra season in the last 2-3 years. I get it. But
Yeah.
man, hey, ain't no cap on stupid. Ain't no cap on being prepared. Ain't no cap on missing 10 tackles in the first quarter or the first half of a game. That's just basic football, man. That is
That's what the players wanted.
Squeeze the knees. No, I can't have it.
Why is Kasarik still get a pass?
Hey man, all he talks about is he got good get off. Which sounds like a daggone porn a porn advertisement or something.
Pretty much. I just be wondering, like, how does he continue to keep getting passes? Is it just because Bosa's there? Now Bosa's not there. It's like you still can't generate stuff.
Yeah.
Boy,
I'm done, man. Bosa ain't here. Well, ain't no need in coaching nobody.
And you know, the other thing I used to do was always like to say, "Oh, well, Bosa's getting held. I ain't doing that shit no more. That shit's over with."
Man.
Every D lineman gets held. That's not
every D lineman.
Yeah.
It's weird how Nick Bosa's the only one that gets held, but then when you watch TJ Watt getting held, that gets excluded. That nobody sees him get held. Nobody sees him get double teamed and still producing the way that he produces.
Let me shout out Chris Jones, TJ Watt, Max Crosby. When it's time to make a play,
Yeah.
somehow miraculously, I can't be held. I won't be held. There's not an offensive lineman that can hold me. I'm bad. And again, that's coaching. Why aren't you stomping these referees' guts out? Phil Jackson would be in the daggone press conference say, "Hey, did anybody notice all those holes?" I'd be having some close fellowship conversations with some referees, and let me tell you, my ambic pentameter would be used in terms of talking to these referees.
That man was Stephen A. for real.
To my gut, I have coached teams, young man, and let me tell you, if you need to go to the school, the Helen Keller School of the Braille, the NFL will pick it up. But that is holding right there. And I would take, it been times, hey, Rod, I done took that whistle off and gave it to my assistant. I say, I'm getting ready to get out this bitch. Go ahead and take this, man. Hey, Mr. Rep, come here for a minute. Come here, let me talk to you. I don't see that with Kyle, man. And it might be Kyle a little burnout. He's looking very similar to Dick Vermeil in the 80s. And y'all are a little younger. I know y'all
when he was with Philly.
But Dick Vermeil was an excellent coach. Took the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl, beat the Dallas Cowboys in the 70s.
Andy Reid.
And then he got burnt out. He just really got burnt out. And when I looked at Kyle last night, it was like I done put too much on myself. I done ate too much. Y'all coming off Thanksgiving. Sometimes you can put too much turkey, too much stuffing, too much mac and cheese, too many beets, too many too much cranberry dressing on there, and you burn out. You can't eat no more. You can't eat no more. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 1 to 2 years if Kyle says, "Hey, I'm gonna step away from this a minute."
Hey, tear down. Quick question.
Go ahead, bro.
Stuffing or dressing?
I'm a dressing dude.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to know. Just wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure what you. Just want to make sure where you was. Just wanted to make sure where you was.
You put it up in that turkey when you cook it at
all up in it.
But yeah. Tina got me. Usually we get her.
Major pause.
I came here, man. I'm a guest. And Gina done
You're on our show tonight, so
no, Gina got me.
It's the chill moments of Sports Laugh and Chill.
Yeah, but it just that just be the thing. Like, okay,
on it, Gina. You said, "Ooh, all of it."
Jordan had to leave. He's like,
Jordan
I'm out.
excused himself right on that. One
He's
finger.
like,
and
I'm
all.
up.
Hey, we got Patreon questions. Let's wrap this all up. We got Patreon
we
questions.
do have Patreon questions.
Oh, yeah, what was Danielle's question?
Got Jordan over there blushing. Amen.
Trust me, I don't blush for this skin. Yeah, we
We
got
can
Patreon
still
questions.
see it. Let's see. Does yesterday's injury from CMC prove he was not ready to return? And what is next for his future in the league?
No,
Hey, let him heal up, man. Let him heal up. Shut him down for the year. Let him go ahead and heal up.
Shut him down.
Yeah, shut it down, man. He's a competitor. He's like, and people were talking about the RG3 thing. These guys are competitors. They will get done how it needs to get done. They look, and you got to save them from themselves sometimes. You do.
Yeah.
You do, because they ain't go. If you ask them, I'm all right. I'm good. You sitting there, I can see one eye looking north and the other eye looking south. You're not all right. Yeah, but I can go though. I can go. No. Take his helmet. You sit down. You're done. You're done. And that's where he's at. And that PCL injury, man, the ACL and the PCL is behind the ACL as you face somebody forward, and it that's the one that's helping the back of the leg bend, and you need that as a running back, and it's probably from the favoring of the Achilles that he's had. And you just got to shut him down. We appreciate your services, man. Just go ahead and shut it down for the year. Come back in 2025. Jordan Mason over there, he just got an AC joint. Hey, you can make it happen, bro. Hey, put
got a high ankle.
that thing with a little bit.
He got a high ankle. He out. He's on IR
He's on
now.
IR too.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Danielle.
Yeah, on IR. So it's
Let me
window to the wall.
We got Garindo.
Window to the wall.
Oh,
I didn't know we were there.
Let's drop down and fall.
Yeah, we at Garindo now.
Here's the thing. The injury that happened.
I love you,
yesterday
Danielle.
had nothing to do with him being.
I
back.
am too, Danielle.
It had nothing to do with it because first off, it wasn't like he had Achilles tendonitis in one leg; he had it in both. So it's not like you could say, "Oh, well, see, yeah, like that happened on that leg." What happened was, again, it's the play before he slid down. How he went down, you see, like that's where he put all the stress. I was watching the doctor video on it too. That's where all the stress was put on the PCL.
Yeah.
That's when he hurt it. Now, if you want to have a conversation about how he was used from coming back, okay, I can hear you on that. But the injury itself did not have to do anything with that. And Steve-O says it best too, right? Like he almost broke that one.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was as
He was going to the ice cream store.
That was as
Steve-O.
explosive as C-Mac has looked since C-Mac has been back.
C-Mac was looking at the ice cream. He was going to Baskin Robbins and cashing in, bro. Yeah.
Listen. And again, like I said, I'm telling y'all now, I know what explosive C-Mac looks like.
I'm trying to get off ice cream right now.
You know what's crazy though? It's crazy how even though in a lot of ways CMC got an extreme pass this season, but they wasn't giving that pass to Brandon Ayuk just because he was dropping. But CMC wasn't scoring touchdowns.
Well, because of the contract.
I mean, he was.
They both got contracts this summer.
I know.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all I'm saying. Keep that energy all across the board.
Yeah. Well, you know, the holdout and shit.
I want to have,
but it painted a nasty ass picture.
There's a conversation I want to have about that, but I'm actually, this is one of the first times I'm doing on the show. When we're done with the show, I want to take that off air because I do have something I need to say.
Oh,
okay.
I ain't gonna say it. Sarah, no, you can be a part of it too, but no, I can't say this one on there. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
I'm with you.
But my point being is because I really think like there's a certain thing where it's like, again, all we knew about Christian beforehand, right, was, hey, there's this it's a calf thing. And what is he saying? Hey, we had a game today, I'd play. All of a sudden, then that turns into he's out for how long?
8 weeks.
Right? So again, I don't know. I don't think that's a Christian thing. And again, that's going to be my precursor to the after show conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
Now that being said, it's that's where it's up because look, obviously Brandon Ayuk, we know he wasn't in camp, timing was off, all of that.
Different color shorts.
Jameis Winston threw another pick.
That's why when you look at it, why Christian wasn't Christian, which as we know is a legit injury, bilateral Achilles tendonitis, versus Brandon Ayuk holding out for the contract. That especially when as a fans looking into it, completely different things.
Yeah. Hey man, attrition happens. We seen Philadelphia.
No.
They started off 10-0, and then they just plummeted off of a cliff. And it's I can't say all of it, but some of it is from you done put miles on your body. You done put best way to say it is city miles.
They played a lot of games.
They say, you got highway miles and you got city miles.
Mm-hmm.
You done put these city miles on your car, playing those playoff games, man. You flying around. People are doing ostentatious stuff in a playoff game. You having to come back, you having to do this, you having to do that, and it can catch up to you. That's an extra season you trying to come back on. That's why that Super Bowl loser never really recovers that next year, and it's a drop off. The best I seen was Kyle Shanahan, not Kyle Shanahan, I'm sorry, the great Jim Harbaugh. We lost that Super Bowl to Baltimore, and the next year we went all the way back to the NFC Championship and was within a stone's throw.
Andy Reid did it. Andy Reid did it. Andy Reid did it. Nick Sirianni had a good year the year when they lost to the
also,
Chiefs.
Miss Danielle,
They
I
went
want
over 10
you
games.
to hop into hop into the lobby too, because like I said, it ain't because of that. I have a really good explanation in my mind as to why. So hop in the chat. You're a Patreon member. I want you to hear it too. So you hop on in. When the show's over, I'm gonna
Danielle, hey Danielle, if you gonna get on, ain't no seeing the top ceiling and all this other shit that you be doing. Your ass gotta be on camera. We not trying to see no ceiling and the floor like you on Shannon Sharp. We ain't trying to do all that. We need to see
Oh my god,
you as
I'm
a person.
sweating.
Nah, we're not doing that. Anytime Danielle be on another podcast or whatever, she be showing the ceiling and others. I'm like, y'all loudest, man.
Yeah, we want to see you head on, Danielle, in your full splendor.
Right. Put on a wig, whatever you got to do. Put on whatever. Can't be on here.
Oh, no, he didn't.
And just get right there. Do be like Gina.
Just saying. Yeah, you ain't got to.
With a fake background.
Something.
Something. But you there, you.
Yeah, we looking rough. Hell, I'm looking rough. It is what it is.
I look rough
today.
I threw my hair in a side ponytail.
I ain't changed in 2 weeks since I've been back from my cruise. So
you've been on the cruise. Where you go on the cruise, man? Where you go?
Yeah, Gina.
I went to Grand Turk.
I didn't hear you,
went to oh shoot, hold on. Nassau, Grand Turk, and
dress it up and go to Nassau.
Where else I go?
Turks and Caicos, didn't you?
No, it was Grand Turk. Turks and Caicos is 42 different islands all together that make Caicos. Wow. So I went to Grand Turk, which is the biggest island of it.
Gotcha.
Amber Cove. That's what it was. Amber Cove, Dominican Republic.
You bring me back a Cuban cigar?
Smoked every last one of them on the cruise with my pops. It was his 70th. It was me and my, I kicked it with my pops. That was for his, for his birthday and everything. It was a dope cruise. Man, it was a dope cruise.
We have 2 more questions.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
Did yesterday's loss show that Brock Purdy is a Jimmy G?
No. Jimmy G was fucking trash, man. I don't understand how y'all get Jimmy.
That's-
Oh my God!
That's Danielle's question. That's
I know
Danielle's
who said it.
question.
She keep asking it in the comments too. Jimmy G ain't never been good. Never. Y'all can miss me with that. Y'all can tell me until the day it gets old.
She
Jimmy
said, yes,
G
he
ain't
is.
Never.
Danielle,
Never.
I know they're both white, but there's a difference between Colin Powell and Flavor Flav. They're not the same.
Flavor Flav.
Hey, last year when we was in the playoffs, Jimmy G would have never made those two comebacks. Either game, Green Bay or Detroit. Never. We would have never made that. Never.
Special kid, man. He's a special kid. He simply is. When he's reading that zero coverage, when he came in prepared and ready to go, it's a reason why Brock Purdy sent all those quarterbacks away from here. Nate Sudfeld, Trey Lance. The list is mounting. Sam Darnold. You bring him in here and he's going to just decimate them. He knows what he's doing. He's prepared. He's accurate. He's a good kid, man. He's a Christian man. Look beyond the skin and look fourth dimension. If he was black and his name was Trayvon Little.
Wow, all names. Trayvon Little.
Trayvon Little.
Trayvon Lance.
Throwing that
thing, player on Madden.
High percentage throws, getting it done, taking you to the Super Bowl. Trayvon Little with some braids in his hair. Just please believe. Don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into these people, man. They don't see it. God says, I'm no respecter of man. I'm not looking at your skin. I'm looking at the man inside you. I don't look at the outward appearance. I look at your heart. And this kid just got heart, man. And it's gotten to a level, and I guess that's why we brought it in here. You brought me in here. It's getting to a point, man. It's just so pervasive, meaning everybody just seems to just pile on and believe. I'm like, just send him away. Just trade him so we can get the next quarterback in here. And I promise you to a man, I want you to scrutinize him the same way you scrutinize my boy. I want every pass scrutinized. I want every damn play scrutinized. I want every miss scrutinized with the same energy. I don't care who it is. Y'all do the same thing. Send my boy on the way. Let him be a backup somewhere else, anywhere else. New York Jets, wherever. But the next one that come in here, I want you to scrutinize them. I want you to keep that same energy. Same energy.
Let me ask you this though. Do you trust Brock in the rain?
I told y'all, man, Brock used that Lubriderm lotion, and that thing can make stuff squirt out you.
Hey, man, because this is the time of the year where the game changes, and this is the games where you don't know if you're gonna get a Jimmy G type game out of Brock. And when I say Jimmy G, I mean bad game because of the
weather. Yeah, 30 miles an hour, 39 wind, snow, rain, sleet, snail. I get you. And he's not a mutter. When you bet them horses, you look at who's a mutter. A mutter means, oh, this horse can run good in rain. Yeah, that.
But that's why when people speak on levels of elite and everything like that, that's why I can't put Brock at elite, because if we got to look at inclement weather, that's his hold up.
You neutralize.
Exactly. Like, oh shit, all we got to do is do this. He gonna flip. He gonna give us the ball. We ain't got to do too much. Watch it. The ball goes right out his hand. Watch it.
Yeah,
every time. That's the issue when it comes. Brock is a damn good quarterback. I keep saying that. damn good quarterback. I have my issues when it comes to that weather, and then everything changes
for sure.
because then that's when I'm like,
I gotta
oh hell, oh hell.
I gotta get up. Yeah, when it's raining or sleeting or snowing and
Mm-hmm.
wind, he ain't that good. But man, I tell you what I know about quarterback. I follow JT O'Sullivan, Kurt Warner, and Chase Daniel, and I have studied this position from Tom
Mhm.
House, from a position of aesthetics and biomechanics. The kid got what you need. He will throw it accurately. He'll be above 65%. He'll get it to the playmakers and let them run downfield. That's just what we need in San Francisco. But I also get it too. Everybody wants a hero, as Whitney Houston so eloquently put it. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. And if you want, a super dude, he don't look like that. He's the Spider-Man of most of the elite quarterbacks. He's not Superman. He don't look the part. He ain't got muscles rippling. He just gets it done. And in my tenure, in my time on earth, I saw another quarterback who just got it done. He's like, who the hell is this skinny legged, punky-fied San Francisco quarterback with this blonde hair out here running this soft West Coast offense? And the name was Joe Montana. He was. Y'all ain't old enough to remember this. Some of y'all go back to Steve Young, and that's fine. I'm not dogging you because you're young.
I'm old enough.
I'm old enough.
Joe Montana at 6'1", 180, soaking wet with a brick in his back pocket, just get it done. And he just threw some of to the most dynamic receivers and running backs, and they ran. That's where Yak came into play. We used to call it rack, receiver after catch, or they used to call it something else. That was back in the John Madden days. And they just got it done for this offense. And I see Brock doing the same thing. I like that. I like it. You don't have to have Superman. If you also have Josh Allen, but they don't grow on trees, y'all.
Right. But you also haven't had, see, while people down and didn't like Ayuk, you also seeing now the product when you don't have Ayuk on this team. The wide receivers can't even get ball, they can't even get outside of Juwan. Let's keep it a buck. Outside of Juwan Jennings being the player that he is, nobody had Juwan Jennings being better than Tyshawn Samuel. Nobody. He is. It's just that's what he is. He's a better receiver than Tyshawn Samuel. Period. Like, I think that's been proven the last two seasons. Pretty much.
The Super Bowl. He was the Super Bowl MVP had we won.
So, Tyshawn is a very overpaid kick returner now. he's definitely making his money as a kick returner.
And JT O'Sullivan was saying it for 2 years, man. He says, I'm not trying to dog y'all boy or nothing, but he is trash on his routes.
Was T.O. wrong on what he said?
He was on top of it. We didn't want to hear it. Hey, JT, just stick to what you're talking about. He said, yeah, this could be done a little better here. Look at how he's running on. We know you ain't getting the ball because you just look at Tyreek Hill on a jet motion when he doesn't get the ball. So you don't know when Tyreek Hill gonna get the ball or not. He running with his hair on fire. But when he
playing for his kids, he got too many kids.
Maybe that's it. The man need to go out and spread the seed, spread it long, spread it wide, whatever. But Debo, you can tell he ain't getting the ball because he like, Man, let me go in motion. He's that kid too cool for school sometimes, man. And we had a dude named Tony Walker way back in the 7th grade. You can attest, Jordan. You got that guy who know he the dude and just be like, man, I ain't blocking for nobody. They ain't
But see, this is the thing with when I knew Tyshawn wasn't what I thought he would be, was when that, I forgot who it was, whatever reporter it was, and they asked him the question, who else is it that you watch as far as receivers, and he said, I don't watch nobody else. When he made that statement then, and he was like, I don't watch nobody else because can't nobody else do what I do.
Big statement. You got to back that stuff up.
And he was also just wrong.
Yeah.
Way wrong. Just wrong as two left shoes.
In his routes, he needs more drummer. We call it a drummer. You're tight to the body. Your elbows are tight to the body, and you shuffle like that, and you explode out of your cuts. He's a little wide from the body, and he rounds his cuts, and everybody can see it. They like,
he lets the DB know what he's running.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As a
his tendencies are just glaring.
This what you get ready to run, man. You rounding that thing off like somebody running around a donut. I need you crisp, sharp, out here and out there. Run into it as fast as you can, throttle down, and pop out of it as fast as you can, turning your feet, hips, and shoulders as quickly as possible, and that ball gonna be in the air. And Brock be looking downfield and like, well, I know Debo probably gonna round this off, so let me hold on to it a little bit.
If it's not a quick slant, then what are we running?
Yeah.
But what's
that last question?
Juwan Jennings has a quarterback background, and he knows where the spots are in a zone defense versus a man. And Juwan Jennings is showing out, man. I call him the calculator because we can count on him. Shout out Juwan Jennings. Love what you're doing.
What's the last question?
Oh, it's about Kyle. Do you guys think the fans and the organization will admit that they have Stockholm syndrome when it comes to that whack-ass head coach?
What a fool believes. If y'all haven't done it yet, get on Max. HBO, it's called HBO Max. Documentary called Yacht Rock. And it features Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan and all those great groups. To sum up what we believe in this realm as San Francisco 49er fans, the greatest hit the Doobie Brothers ever made was What a Fool Believes. And
what a fool believes. Mm-hmm.
Kyle got it believing, in that front office, man. What a fool believes. and he ain't going nowhere. Amen. They done signed him to the contract. They feel better than they did with Tom Sula and who was the other one? Chip Kelly. And all that, and everybody just
Mike Nolan,
Mike
Dennis Erickson.
They just
Mike Singletary,
Mariucci.
Yeah,
I like Mariucci.
You can like him, but he never made a Super Bowl.
No, Mariucci, man, he was in love with Brett Favre, and he. Kyle is the amalgamation of all of those. Tom Sula, he's the amalgamation of Chip Kelly with the innovation. He's the amalgamation of Mariucci with his love for a quarterback that you're not gonna get, and that's Kirk Cousins. Mariucci loved.
You can have him,
and what we got. So I try to dummy proof it for him, man, and just get the best dominant offensive line you can possibly give. I'm dropping all types of hints like a kid at Christmas looking at the best products catalog and leaving it around the house for dad and mom to buy me the bike. But he just finds ways to mess it up. You gotta run, just run the ball, not just last game, but just Super Bowls. Just run the rock and don't be looking for a whole bunch. He had that sheet just looking for the next great play. I'm gonna invent the wheel here. I'm gonna invent fire. And he's just looking around and stuff. No, man, just line them up, make it on one, and let Jordan Mason or Christian McCaffrey or Garendo to the walls do what they do. Just beat people ass. Sometimes that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Don't look around. Don't try to make a new play. Don't try to fool everybody. Beat them to the punch and beat them consistently. That's all you got to do.
Facts. Is that it for the night?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm getting to the point where I'm about to lay down.
Now it's time to
I'll
say
say we gotta
goodbye.
wrap up. I still gotta eat dinner. And like I said, I still gotta tell y'all my
Yeah.
whole
I want.
Oh.
Well, I'm staying on for that. And then
That's
after
what
that, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do my thing. I gotta go to the next galaxy.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We should be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, we can do Wednesday. I'll be back again,
And please,
Yeah.
hey, tomorrow morning I'm
Yeah, do
gonna
your
get on
thing.
the Terradome at 11 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock. Please, I want y'all guys to come in, and I'll throw y'all the link, man. Y'all run my stuff like you so graciously and eloquently elected me to come in tonight. My
I'll be
casa,
there.
casa, I'm gonna put some steaks on the grill, listen to some jazz. Y'all come on over to the crib.
I'll be on there for sure. The late
I
day.
know
You know me, I'm there.
That my dude.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
back.
could come
I'm
on
good.
after I drop
Gina.
off my after I drop off my son at school. I'm totally there.
You know me, I'm ready to debate with folks, so I love doing that. I don't do the faces stuff, so I really.
You know
She
they
said, "Please be on time."
Yeah.
They coming over you. They coming at your boy. So hey, every loss
Jimmy.
is like.
Hey
said
Jimmy, I'm
rock
with you,
was
bro.
my
It
man.
is almost close to midnight over here. I'm on the East
Yeah.
Coast too. I'm down here in Florida right now, so I'm with you.
What part of Florida you in?
I'm in Ponciana by Kissimmee.
I had a crazy soldier from Kissimmee. Jordan, where you at? You in ATL? Or you out west?
No, I'm in the Bay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be back in the
area.
ATL weekend of the 13th for that whole week. I'll be back in the A. 13th through the 21st.
You repping the Bay, Gina.
I'm in South San Francisco.
Oh, Gina. Is everything going? Or should I keep it offline? Everything going all right with you and?
There is no me and anybody.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to
I've had some failed. I've been picking the wrong somebody's.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me
Not
give
good.
you some free game. Stop putting your significant other on y'all pages so quick.
Yes, rule of thumb.
I'm talking about the people that's not married. I'm talking about the ones that be dating so quick. Y'all be quick to throw y'all significant other on the page. Then let give them about 3 months later.
Yeah.
Hey man, what happened to such and such? Ah man, it didn't work out.
No, mine was like either a month or a weekend. And let me just tell you, the last one, I flew down to Arizona and he threw me out of his house, packed up my shit, and I had to get a hotel room.
All right, good night, y'all.
We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. That's Terradome.
That's what happens when you date someone who you come to find out he's an alcoholic because he was blowing the thing to start his car. Okay. And let me end that with, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Hold on. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So It's been nice knowing y'all.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
She said, "Damn, Gina, I love y'all so much. You don't even know."
Hit
But
the button. Just
let's hit the outro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.